Today we're going to learn how to find unknown measures of a rectangle. So our I can statement, what you should be able to do by the end of this lesson is I can find unknown measures of rectangles. Okay. That is our I can statement for today. That's our goal by the end of this lesson. That's what I hope you have learned how to do. Okay, so let's do an example of this. Let's say you had a rectangle that had 3 feet on one side, but this one, we didn't know the length of it. And so our question says the area of the rectangle is I did a 3 on it. See, I make mistakes too. Is 36 square feet. Okay. And it says it wants us to find the length missing. Okay, so here's our question. We have one side, we don't have the other, and now we know the area of the rectangle. Do you remember our area formula? Our area formula was A equals L times W, right? So if we have one side, we know our area. It tells us that in our question. So I'm going to put our 36 in for A because that's the area of the rectangle. And then we know one side is 3. And the other side, we don't know what it is. So I'm just going to put my letter in it for right now until we can figure out how we're going to get L. If we are multiplying right here, we need to do the opposite. We need to do 36 divided by 3. Okay, our big number is going to live under our house, and our 3 is chilling on the outside of the house. Okay, so now we're going to do long division to find the L. Okay, so to do long division, our first step is to do 3 times what is going to get me 3? 3 times what is going to get me 3? 3 times 1, you're right. 3 times 1 is going to get me 3. Okay? And we're going to subtract because we're trying to get to 0. We're going to bring our 6 down because we haven't touched it yet. 3 minus 3 is 0. And our 6, we bring it down, is 6. Okay? So now we need to do 3 times what is going to get me 6. 3 times what is going to get me 6? Yes, 3 times 2. So if I have 3 times 2, I'm going to put 6 minus 6, and I'm going to get a 0. And since we got a 0, we can stop. Okay, so the length for this missing rectangle, the number for the length is 12. So 36 equals 12 times 3. So this question mark up here would equal 12 feet. Now to check your answer, to make sure you got the right answer up here, 12, we need to multiply 12 times 3 and check our answer. So let's do that real quick. 12 times 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. Voila, we got 36. Great job. We're going to do another one. This time, instead of them giving us the area, they're going to give us the perimeter. So this is going to be a little different. So our question, the perimeter of the rectangle is 30 centimeters. Okay, the perimeter of the rectangle is 30 centimeters, and it's going to want us to find the missing side. Find the missing side. Okay, so let me draw our square so that we have a picture. It's fun having a picture to visualize what the words are talking about. So on this top we have 8 centimeters, and on this side we don't know what it is. We got to figure it out. Okay, do you remember our perimeter formula from our first lesson? Our perimeter formula is perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. Do you remember that? Okay, we're going to have to use this formula to figure out our missing number. Okay, so in our question, they have given us the perimeter up here. Okay, so I'm going to plug that in for my P, 30. 30 is the perimeter. Then they have given us our length, so I'm going to do 2 times 8 plus 2 times W, because we don't know what this question mark is yet. Okay, so now we're going to solve what we can. And we can solve 8 times 2. What is 8 times 2? 16. Great job. And we still don't know what 2 times W is. We don't have a number to put in there yet. Okay, so if we're adding right here, we're going to do the opposite. The opposite of that, we're going to do 30 minus 16. 30 minus 16. Okay. We cannot take 0 from 6, because if we had 0 fingers, there's no fingers to take away 6. So we've got to borrow. So this is going to become a 10, and this is going to become a 2. Okay. So 10 minus 6 is 4, and 2 minus 1 is 14. Okay. 2 minus 1 is 1. So now we know that 16 plus 14 equals 30. Okay, so 2 times the width equals 14. We still got to figure out what this width is. It's not 14. Okay, we're going to divide this 14 by 2 to figure out our width. Okay, if you don't know what 2 times what equals 14, we can do long division to figure it out. 2 times what is going to get me 14. 2 times what's going to get me 14? 7. You are exactly right. 2 times 7 is 14. So our width, our missing number right here, is 7 centimeters. It's kind of a lot of steps to figure it out. If you're not taking notes, you should start taking notes, because it's a lot of steps to figure out the missing side. Okay? All right, let's do another example, because this can be a little challenging. So we'll keep going for a minute and do another one. Okay, we have, we need to find the unknown measure of this rectangle. So our area, I'm not going to write that out the full sentence. Our area is 75 square meters. Okay, 75 square meters. Our rectangle looks like this. We have this missing side, and this is 5 millimeters. This could also look like LM for length. Either way is correct. Okay, so we've got to figure out our missing side, what it is. Do you remember our equation for area? Area equals length times width. So I'm just going to plug in the 75 for my A. 75 equals L, we don't know what L is, times 5. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to do the opposite of multiply. The area ones are a little easier, aren't they, than the perimeter ones? So we're going to do the opposite of multiply. We're going to do 75 divided by 5. If you don't know what 5 times 75 is, then let's do long division together. 5 times what's going to get me close to 7 without going over? 5 times what is going to get me close to 7 without going over? You are correct. 5 times 1. 5 times 1. We can't do 5 times 2 because that'd be 10, and that is over 7. We have to stay below 7 or at 7, okay? I'm going to bring my 5 down because we haven't touched that yet. 7 minus 5 is what? 2. Good job. Now let's do 5 times what is going to get me 25. 5 times what is going to give me 25? Yes, 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. We're going to subtract and we get 0, so we know we can stop. So this top number that we just figured out is going to be our length. 75 equals 15 times 5. Let's double check our work to make sure we got the correct answer. 15 times 5. What is 5 times 5? 25. Good job. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Is 75 the same as that? It is. So our missing number is 15 meters. Okay?